You're listening to the Back Porch Talk podcast. Danny and Jason had many discussions and debates on the back porch while making pivotal investment moves with assets. That's right, with trading cards. They welcome you to the back porch and right into those discussions about current sports news with a fresh and unique twist. So come on and join us. Welcome to the Back Porch Talk podcast. I'm your co-host, Jason.
Your co-host, Danny.
Fans, we got a full show for you today. NBA Finals. In the NBA, first, the NBA Finals, Danny, where Boston Celtics, man, they do it again. They go ahead and just take game two, 105-98, and where the Dallas Mavericks, they did have make a run towards the end here, but the Celtics prevailed behind an amazing game by Jrue Holiday. 26 points by Jrue, 11 rebounds by Jrue, 3 assists. This game frustrated me. This game frustrated me for so many reasons. I felt a little bit bad for Luka. Luka's out there doing his thing. Oh, by the way, Luka had 32, 11, and 11. He dropped a triple-double on them, man, and they still take this L. I don't know what else Luka can do, quite frankly. I think he needs the likes of Kyrie Irving to step up. Kyrie only has 16 points on 7 for 18 shooting. 17 points by P.J. Washington, and then 16, like I mentioned, by Kyrie, 13 with Gafford. But I'll say this, Danny, I'm not saying this series is over, because keep in mind, the Bucks were down 0-2, and it came back 4 straight. There is the thing about Porzingis possibly being hurt. I think the MRI is supposed to be coming out today. We'll see what the results are. With Porzingis in there, he is a bad matchup for the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks, I think, they still can do some things here. I think they could have even won yesterday's game if they had Kyrie Irving to score a little bit more.
Yep.
But I'll just say, man, there's opportunity here for Dallas Mavericks. What say you, Danny, about these Dallas Mavericks in game 2?
The 3-point shooting, Jason, and Kyrie.
Yeah.
That was huge. 3-point shooting. They're what, 2 for 17? And even their free throw shooting, like in the first half, I believe they're like 5 for 11. Yep. So there are just a multitude of things that if they would have did those things right, it may have been a different outcome, because at the end, there was a key play by Jrue Holiday defensively where they stole the ball. And then the block on P.J. Washington. But Derek White and Jaylen Brown made a heck of a play. Even Dallas is right there, but Kyrie, he's having uncharacteristic turnovers, like Tatum ripped him. Another play in the fourth quarter where Kyrie was driving to the basket. Tatum got him, stripped the ball, which was a big play. So there's just a lot going on there. Tatum hasn't even really played his best game either. And they haven't really asserted themselves to say, like, dominating the game. They're kind of just letting everyone do their thing. And Jrue Holiday and Derek White have been playing really well, and Porzingis in that first game. So kudos to them for doing that. And that's the Jrue that as a Bucks fan, you get a little salty to see what he's doing, because that's the beauty of Jrue Holiday and what he can bring to the game. It's not only scoring, he can hit the open shot, he rebounds, he's defensively, he's doing his thing. So it's just his all-around game. He can distribute. He had a nice pass to Tatum in the game last night for a 3-point play. That was huge in the fourth quarter. I'm interested to see what happens on Wednesday, but Luka definitely needs help.
Yeah, I think Mavericks have to look at their bench too. I'm wondering when Jason Kidd is going to actually play Tim Hardaway Jr. I think Dallas needs some scoring. I'm just really curious at what point here. I just think that when they go back home, that might be an ample opportunity for them to go ahead and dig a little bit deeper into the bench, maybe run a little bit more and everything, and maybe tire out Porzingis. I mean, I would tire Porzingis out as much as possible, especially with that calf. We'll see what happens, man. But Danny, before we actually jumped on to do the show,
Mm-hmm.
you want to know what I looked at?
What's that?
I looked at game number 5, the ending of game number 5 of the Phoenix Suns against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And the famous play, not infamous, but the famous play. I'm calling it famous because I'm a Bucks fan. Maybe infamous for the Suns fan. But the famous play where Drew actually stole the ball, ripped it from Booker, and alley-ooped it to Giannis. I was going all over the place when that happened, man. And so I look at that and I'm like, how in the world do you trade Drew? That is just a sore spot, man. And to give up defensive presence, and granted, Jimmy Butler did cook that first round in the playoffs, but man, I think the defense philosophy that the Celtics have, and the fact that they have a Jaylen Brown who can, play defense. You have Jason Tatum who can play defense. Porzingis is playing defense. When you have a team that Derek White, when you have a team that can play defense, it allows the players to rest a little bit, not have to defend as hard, even though they're defending, pretty well. Don't get me wrong. But Drew is not, in my opinion, working as much or as hard, or had to do that throughout the season like he did when he was with the Milwaukee Bucks. That's saying something right there. And we've been screaming for another wing defender who can actually, defend, who can actually score. We haven't gotten that as of yet. And so I'm just so frustrated, man, because I'm happy for Drew. If the Celtics wins this, and I'm not a Celtics fan, I'll be happy for Drew. Don't get me wrong, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they've been to conference finals several times, been to the finals against the Warriors, come up short. And if they win, I think it'll be a mountain that they have overcome. And, I'll be happy from that standpoint, to keep trying, keep coming back season after season, to keep trying to do it. I'll be happy for them. And if the Celtics do win, that is a problem for the Eastern Conference, because this core nucleus is going to stay together. Not only that, but they've learned how to win, and the confidence is there. And Jason Tatum is not playing as well, and they won the first 2 games. And so he's going to want probably another shot at the finals, because he's not going to be the finals MVP if the Celtics win. Let's just be real. I think it could be Jaylen Brown, or it could even be Drew Holiday.
Yep. As of now, yep.
We made a mistake in trading Drew Holiday. I would have loved to have seen Drew Holiday back with the Bucks, with the core nucleus, with another coach, to see what kind of defensive strategy and offensive strategy they would have had with the core nucleus that won a championship. I don't know what the Bucks are going to do this offseason. The window is closing. You have young teams who are hungry. You have the Orlando Magics coming on up. I'm not worried about Brooklyn right now, but you have the Philadelphia 76ers with a young Maxey coming up. Of course, the Celtics are going to be there. The New York Knicks, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Indiana Pacers. So I'm really curious as to what the Bucks are going to do this offseason. Another piece of news, Hurley turns down the Lakers. Proposed offer was 6 years for $70 million. That's a nice chunk of change for a coach. And he turns it down. He's going to go back for another shot at a three-peat with the UConn Huskies. The only team that has done that has been UCLA Bruins. He's going for a shot at history. I believe he thought, you know what, the NBA job is going to be there for me. It just won't be the Lakers job.
Which may not be a bad thing.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking that part. So you have LeBron who's going to be retiring here pretty soon, but you want all the drama. Anthony Davis, he played a number of games this year, stayed healthy, but who's to say what happens this year?
Yep.
So he probably made the right choice for him and his family. I mean, he's probably thinking, we're East Coast family too. Maybe something will pop up closer to home. So we'll see. What say you, Danny, the Lakers fan?
Would have loved to have Dan Hurley, but the problem was when I saw this, his style is not conducive to the NBA for a team like the Lakers. And why I say that is you have LeBron who thinks he's the coach, and then AD is headstrong. It's just not a good fit. Now, if LeBron retired and AD was not there, then I think it actually makes sense because he has a younger team that he can mold and kind of follow his way. But LeBron and AD aren't going to listen to him. He's very aggressive too. I don't know how that would play in the NBA either. I think, honestly, it was a negotiation tactic where he did get paid or is rumored to be getting paid by UConn. We'll get a new contract. But I do credit the Lakers, though, for thinking outside the box. He's the hottest thing going in the college game. The transfer portal, all the stuff's going on in the college game. Why not make that leap to the NBA? But the Lakers that's not the situation that I thought was a good fit for him. Just because of the dynamics that are currently there. We'll see what the Lakers bring in. I'm assuming it's going to be soon, probably right after the finals if it is JJ Redick.
Listen, Danny, I have to commend them for thinking outside the box too, to build a program and to have a development program.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have seen that just to kind of see what it looks like at the NBA level. There's rumors about Jay Wright. I wouldn't mind Jay Wright. That would be pretty dope, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know about JJ Redick for the Lakers. I think what has he done coaching wise? Nothing. This be for this first coaching job. So I guess my question would be, what are you getting out of JJ Redick that you didn't get out of Darvin Ham?
Exactly.
At least Darvin Ham was an assistant for a championship team. And speaking of Darvin Ham, reports are that he's now back in Milwaukee as lead assistant up under Doc Rivers. I think that's a good move by the Bucks, a good move by the coaching staff. I believe that Darvin's going to actually make the Bucks a little tougher. Mm-hmm. Even defensively. So I think this is going to be a very good move. I'm curious, though, again, what the Bucks are going to do in the offseason. Yes, this is an offseason move, but player personnel-wise, what are they going to do? I think they're definitely going to be in need of a wing defender. But a good move by the Bucks to bring Darvin back.
I agree, Jay. I think it's when he was here with Coach Bud, the players respected him. Obviously, he did a really good job because he was able to go to LA to get the head coaching job. To bring him back in the fold, someone who's familiar with the players, has a good rapport with the players, that can only be a good thing, I think. So I just hope the players respond. And like you said, we'll see what this offseason brings.
Thank you for joining us at Back Porch Talk Podcast. You can also join us on Twitter by tweeting us at @back_podcast. For more information, you can go to our website, which is backporchtalkpodcast.com. You can also email us at backporchtalkpodcast@gmail.com. Again, thank you for joining us, and remember that there's enough hate in the world, so go ahead and spread a little love.